And we're live back on Instagram.
No.
So for those of y'all watching right now, this is part 2, Sports Saturdays, episode 18. Welcome back. If you are viewing from episode 18, part 1. If not, you missed MMA and basketball, but you're now midway through MLB. Boom.
Boom, shakalaka, boom, boom.
Boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka, boom. Hey, we can use we can get it from here, so we don't gotta get up.
What are you talking about?
I have Instagram.
What are you talking about?
You can just watch it, so you don't gotta get up. So you don't gotta get up and look at them.
What are you talking about?
Look, the Instagram.
I have a timer right here.
No, but like I'm just saying, we can like look at the comments and stuff.
Oh. So we got Jacob's back.
Yeah.
And my son's watching.
Yeah, I know.
Weird.
Strange.
Even though I'm in it. Wait,
Alright, so I already said for y'all who joined back in or who've been here this whole time, apologize for the brief interruption. 2-10 games starting tomorrow. We got the Diamondbacks versus the Rockies.
Screen's all messed up, dude.
San Diego Padres versus the Seattle Mariners.
I mean, I may not like baseball,
that's it?
but they got some sick names. I'm not
Really?
even gonna lie.
That's just 2?
That's it.
Well, that's it
That's-
for MLB.
That's it for all our script.
Well, let's just do like 20. Well, we have a bunch of information.
Yeah, we still have a bunch of shit we need to go over. Don't
Oh,
worry.
and okay, since this is a time we don't have
No,
anything.
where is that? Where's your? How
Right.
do you go to the internet? No.
But we're the very right, very right.
This left.
Yeah, there.
Yeah,
No,
that is
left.
100% left. This
Well, I'm going to shout out my mom's business. So, she's gonna start a business. It's Christian apparel. She's gonna be starting off mostly with women. Eventually, she will have stuff for men. But if you want it, then that's okay. Just support my mother because I mean she's an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur girl. I didn't say that out loud, did I?
Yeah, you did. If I was an entrepreneur, I wouldn't even know how to spell it. That would be weird. Be honest. Does anybody in the world know how to spell entrepreneur? Nobody does. Like, I'm pretty sure the smartest spelling bee human person ever wouldn't even be able to
It's
spell
not that hard.
it. Spell it.
I feel like I can't spell it, like, just in my head. I have to, like, write it down. And I can spell.
Y'all don't count over on Facebook because y'all gonna fucking autocorrect that shit. So don't even try. Where am I
Just
at?
go to
I lost
Google
my spot.
entrepreneur. Don't say it out loud. So.
They gotta know where I live first.
Ha. Oh, and actually we have a confession to make. That person that we talk about, Daniel, he's not actually real. He's a synthetic robot. That is, and he was not programmed to be on camera. So that's why he's not here. He would explode in front of your very eyes.
That person.
That system. Oh, have y'all seen WandaVision? Because I want to say about the end credits, but like I don't want to spoil for anybody who hasn't seen episode 8.
What, you talking about the one that came out yesterday?
Yeah.
No, don't ruin it because we didn't watch it last night.
No, y'all didn't? No.
No, that's not it.
They're saying it's fun. It's good. Y'all would be super excited. Uncle Daniel would.
Oh yeah, but we just don't watch it. Hey, the 2 people watching, did y'all share the video yet?
What?
If not, do it now.
Like what happened to our 8 people at the
Why?
beginning?
What are you talking about?
Talking to the computer.
What? What is going on?
It's all messed up, though. It's not burping in my ear, too.
I didn't even. I suppressed it. Because I can do that.
You know what? You probably don't even have 5G capability. I'm over here trying to connect you some fucking bomb-ass Wi-Fi. And you probably don't even have 5G capability.
What? What is this man talking about?
Exactly.
There's. No, I can't see that. Oh, it connected.
Did it?
Just connect. Don't change it. It's
Cancel. Refresh it. I think we're done with that.
We don't have it. That's not touchscreen. Lenovo.
I know it's not touchscreen, dude.
Right now, everyone, they're like, what the fuck are they even doing?
We're not Geek Squad.
No, so we are using a different laptop than we normally use, guys. So I do apologize. So we're trying to learn the ins and outs of this. So, okay, let's try it one more time.
It's taking forever to connect to our internet. Yeah, I don't know. Just.
It doesn't help also that we've never used this laptop, so that is definitely not going to connect. Why did it not?
Alright, well, while we wait on this,
let's talk about some stuff. Oh, no, you know what?
Alright, anyways, so we're probably just gonna have to use your phone, Isaiah, so get ready on the fucking keypad. So we're gonna go updates. With sport updates, obviously. I mean, what else kind of updates will we do on Sports Saturdays? So for those who don't know,
let's talk about Russell Wilson first.
You want to do football first?
Russell Wilson.
Okay. So for those who don't know, we'll start with some football updates. Russell Wilson is in possible trade talks. This actually opens a lot of doors for a lot of teams, and
there's
for Russell Wilson.
Only 4 teams that his agent was saying that they would, or that he would want to be traded to. Well, I think it was the Cowboys, the Bears. I don't know the other 2, but I just know it was the Cowboys and the Bears were the 2 of them.
So with those 2. I apologize. Usually we do have the other laptop so we can kind of, not necessarily fact check, but we can verify our sources and everything like that. You want to look up, just type in Russell Wilson on the search thing there for ESPN. So let's talk about it real quick. Russell Wilson going to the Cowboys. What does that mean for the Cowboys? So you have, technically, I mean, he is a veteran quarterback. He's been in the league almost 10 years now. Right?
I just got used to.
Right there. Put it.
Potential.
Cowboys, Bears, Raiders.
Saints.
And Saints. Ooh.
Dang.
So let's look at it this way. How long has he been in the league, did it say?
No.
Read through there and
he should be about 8.
About 10 years, right?
8 years.
10 years?
8.
All right.
Wait,
so all the Cowboys fans,
get
Russell
excited.
Wilson is a veteran quarterback. All right. He has a championship mentality. He's a great quarterback. And he can perform under pressure. He's healthy. He's athletic. He's in great shape. And as a person in general, he's just a great guy.
Yep, I was right. About 8 years. Well, technically 7. No, I mean 9. But, yeah.
So you have the experience coming in to Dallas, working with great teams with under Pete Carroll from the Seahawks and everything like that. He's not coming from a trash team. He's, you know what I mean. He's coming from a legit team, a legit contender in the NFL. But what does that mean for Dak? Now, with Dak's injury, it was a serious injury. I mean, his ankle was practically turned almost a full 180 degrees backwards. It was a serious injury.
Surgery.
Well, almost with every break you gotta have surgery.
Oh.
But it was a serious injury. Andy Dalton came in. He did, hit and miss. But do you bring in a quarterback with Russell Wilson's, I guess, resume, and you bench Dak? I don't see Russell Wilson coming to any team and sitting on the bench.
I think if anything, they would trade Dak.
See, and that's another thing I saw was potential trades for Dak.
Like they would do like a Dak and probably someone else trading for just Russell Wilson
Or draft picks.
or a draft pick, exactly.
But the thing is, the only thing that sucks is with Dak having the injury he hasn't played since then. We were lucky enough for some of the quarterbacks who were injured earlier in the season. So we got to see them perform after the fact. Dak's injury was so severe, he never stepped back onto the field to play. So we never got to see what his capabilities were after the fact. But they just did all this back and forth with Dak. They did all the back and forth with Ezekiel. Do you go through that much trouble and bring in a quarterback like Russell Wilson, who's obviously going to demand money? Not necessarily I say demand money, but who's going to require a big fucking space in your salary cap.
He was like paid $100 million in Seattle.
He's going to take a whole bunch of space in your salary cap. When you already have, what, $100 million fucking quarterback, you have a $100 million running back.
And a fucking receiver.
Do you have the space?
Come get my phone.
Do you have the space for that in your roster? Now, you can drop Dalton. You can drop the other back. I don't remember his name. He's Asian, right? The other
I don't know if he's Asian, but yeah, I don't know his name.
I mean, you can drop both of them.
Carson Thompson. Like you're talking about Seahawks running back?
No.
Oh, my bad.
But anyway, you can drop those guys, but that doesn't make the room you need for Russell Wilson. Like I said, Russell Wilson is a all-star quarterback. He's gonna demand money. He's gonna take space up. So do you risk potentially dropping people to make the room just to bring in Russell Wilson to sit Dak? Do you trade Dak and keep Dalton? I mean, these are big situations Dallas needs to consider. And I say need to consider like I work in the front office for them. But I mean, obviously the guys in place for these teams are going to look at every aspect. But I mean, it's crazy. You got to think. Now, one of the other teams you said was the Bears.
Yeah.
Who's their Bear? Who's the quarterback right now? Trubisky, right? You got Mr. Trubisky. Do you trade Trubisky? Do you bench Trubisky, who's been your starter for the last couple of years, and then bring in Russell Wilson?
Yes, I say you do that. No, so Trubisky, I don't think he's performed well enough to be able to he should be getting benched, especially when you have Russell Wilson.
If you were to have Russell Wilson,
then there's no way a quarterback on the level of Mitchell Trubisky should be getting any playing time compared to him. I'm just saying.
That's true. What do you think?
Well, keep talking. I'm trying to. This wasn't freaking what's his name? The guy who won the Super Bowl for the Eagles, the quarterback.
Wentz?
Oh no. Foles, Nick Foles.
Yeah, Nick Foles. Wasn't he the quarterback?
Yeah, he was traded. He was traded last year.
Yeah, traded to the Bears, right?
Yeah.
But he's not a starter.
So you're gonna move him to third?
But also, I want to say there is. So the way it works is when these guys sign their contracts, they are guaranteed X amount of money over so many years. So let's say you trade them, right? Let's say it's a 5-year contract, $100 million. They're there for 2 years. And it's $100, or let's say it's a $100 million guaranteed, but it's a $150 million contract. So after 2 years, they still have to get paid by the team. You know what I mean? That they're traded from. I don't remember which quarterback it was. Feel free, guys, those who are watching, if you know that a quarterback was actually going. Osweiler. He was, when he got traded from Denver to Houston, he was going to be paid more from his buyout than he was with the new team. But okay, so we got Wilson. We talked about Wilson going to the Cowboys,
Raiders.
going to the Bears. Now going to the Raiders.
Sad. I really hope this doesn't happen.
Definitely with the Raiders being in our division, conference, whatever you want to call it. Both.
That would be good competition between.
It'd be a great competition. But Carr is a great quarterback. He has done a lot of great things for the Raiders. But
hasn't won him a championship.
He has not won a championship, but he has done a lot of great things. I mean, I honestly think he's a way better quarterback than his brother.
Yeah.
And he did great with the 3-headed monster that they had.
What?
They called it, they called it a 3-headed monster. It was Carr, the dude that's on the Cowboys now, what's his name? Cooper, and
Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack was on the Raiders and he got traded to the Bears.
Yeah, but he's a defense.
Oh. Yeah.
No, it was like, it was a 2 receivers.
Josh Jacobs?
It was like 2 receivers.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
Marshawn Lynch?
No, you're reaching real far. Anyways, I just don't see them benching Carr for Wilson. I don't, because I think unfortunately, has he gotten a championship or anything like that? No. Does he still perform though, and he put numbers up and everything? Yeah. I mean, this guy, he's still a slinger. He's still young. He's healthy. I don't see them bringing in Wilson to bench this guy. Say, Trubisky, like we were talking about, Foles, everything. These guys are still young. Are they performing the way they need to? No. Those, I see Bears more than I see Raiders. Same Cowboys. Now, if they were to trade Dak and get rid of Dalton and stuff, they're trying to free up. I see them actually getting rid of Dalton before they get rid of the third string. Only because they need that backup. And it's going to free up space on the salary cap. Now, what was the last one? Saints.
Yeah, Saints.
Drew Brees hasn't yet officially announced his retirement.
But there is people saying that he will happen really soon.
There is a lot of speculation saying that this was his last year. Now, he said, though, he feels like he can play more, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, he may have a long talk with his wife, his kids. I mean, Drew Brees has been put through the ringer. He has his championship. He's been injured. He's getting up there in age. His body is not handling the hits like it used to. And if he was to retire, no one is going to hold that against him. Drew Brees has been an amazing quarterback. He's done so much for the Saints, for Louisiana, especially with Katrina hit and stuff like that. It's it is what it is. Not that's possible.
I don't think they can do that though, because I mean, normally you want to have 2 types of quarterbacks. You want to have one good at this and one good at that. But as we know, well, they still have Taysom Hill. He is a scrambling quarterback. He's often used for running, and he is just like, how do you say it?
But is Taysom a starter?
No, but the
we
thing
got
is,
Jameis Winston also.
like, You don't want two rushing quarterbacks on the same team because who's gonna be your accuracy? Well, Russell Wilson is, but who's gonna specialize in certain things? Because we know Jameis Winston won't, and Taysom Hill.
Jameis Winston, he's I'm gonna say he's a good quarterback. He's not at the level. I don't think he deserves to be on the Saints. You put him on a couple other teams, I think he's their star. But with the Saints and everything like that, and I'm not taking anything like just please don't take what I'm saying, don't construe it. Obviously, he can outthrow me and everything like that, blah blah blah. But I'll still go up against him. Anyways, he's in the NFL, whatever, blah blah blah. You compare Jameis Winston to fucking Russell Wilson all day. Jameis Winston to what Taysom Hill's done for the Saints. I think Taysom Hill's done a little more. He's a little more reliable. He's more agile on his feet. Blah blah blah. Now, granted, Winston is sitting there on the sideline. Who knows how long he's going to be there? He's like, okay, you got to think, he is the backup quarterback, all right? You got Taysom Hill. He's not the quarterback. He's the quarterback, running back, receiver, whatever. They throw him in. He's that wild card. You bring in Russell Wilson, and what is Jameis Winston going to start thinking? He's like, hey, I've been your backup quarterback already. Now you're going to bring someone else in, and I'm still going to sit behind someone else when I've already been with the team? Or is it going to be like, hey, you know what? We're going to bring in Wilson, and y'all two are going to have to fight for it, and we'll go, 1 week is going to be you, 1 week him, blah, 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 and whoever performs better in practice is going to get a starting position. I don't see that happening. I see Winston coming from what he was with the Bucs as a starting quarterback, being benched behind Breeze, sitting there knowing Breeze is on his way out, and then them bringing another all-star quarterback in. I think Winston would then look for another home in the quarterback spot. Is what I'm saying accurate, right? I don't know. But I just don't see Winston sticking around for that. I see Winston leave. If they were to bring Wilson in, I see Winston leaving, Taysom Hill staying, being his little wild card, and then playing like that. Unless they make things work and they put Taysom in more of a predominantly receiver role or running back role. Because I tell you what, I would hate if, let's say, my brother's starting quarterback, I'm backup, and then they have this receiver dude running all the options. Like, what am I doing on the sideline as a backup? And I'm not even running the option plays. You have this dude who's obviously he's faster. He's quicker. His cuts are a lot smoother. He doesn't have the injuries that Winston had. What are you doing? Like, okay, he's just gonna run everything. So now, what that does for the offense is you got Taysom Hill coming in. It's a run. You don't want that. You want quarterbacks who are unknown to do what they do. You get Wilson, Taysom Hill, Winston. All three of them were scrambling quarterbacks or are scrambling quarterbacks. You put either one of them behind the center, you don't know what's gonna happen. They're either throwing, they're running, they're doing this. That's what you want. You don't want Russell Wilson throwing balls. You don't want Taysom Hill running options, and you don't want Jameis Winston just for injuries. You want to be so diverse to where whoever's under center, you got to be ready for everything. Now, of those four teams, I say Bears is more likely, but
my opinion, I think it's more the Cowboys.
What do you think, Thomas?
I think he's not going to get traded. I think he's going to stay with Seattle.
He's done great for Seattle. Now, just because he is exploring options doesn't mean he doesn't want to stay in Seattle. He may just be, they are football players, and there's nothing against him. He may just be looking for some more money. He may just be looking for a change of scenery. Sometimes it's not about not being happy. Sometimes it's like, you know what? I've done what I can with Seattle. Let me see what else I can do. Granted, Tom Brady stayed on the same coast, but he went from New England to fucking Tampa. No one really knows if it was a issue between him and the coach.
Bill Belichick.
Belichick, yeah, it wasn't between him and Belichick. Maybe him and Kraft had an issue. Who knows? I mean, he did so much for the Patriots or whatever. He could have just been like, you know what? I've done what I can with the Patriots. Now I'm going to take my talents elsewhere. Like LeBron said, I'm going to South Beach, whatever. Who knows? I mean, no one knows exactly why he is looking or he's accepting the phone calls from the teams, or his agent at least is accepting the phone calls from the teams. But it is what it is. And obviously, we're going to wish Russell Wilson the best. And if someone does get traded or anything like that because of this, hopefully they do land a spot with a winning team or somewhere they can shine.
So is that going to be it for today?
No, hell no. No, we are definitely not done. That's just Russell Wilson.
Oh, jeez.
We still got fucking Wentz.
Did we talk about Wentz last week?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah, they talking about Wentz?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Wentz got traded. For y'all who don't know, the one guy or girl who we have watching, share the video if you haven't shared it. If you already shared it, share it again. I don't care. So Wentz was already traded. J.J. Watt, obviously.
Trade
so
talks.
we said his what?
Trade talks, yeah.
His trade talks apparently are through the roof. They said teams are blowing him up.
Well, it's not even a trade
Indianapolis
because he just got
Colts?
dropped by the. Like, they're not even. It's not even a trade thing. It's just whatever team picks him up, I guess, huh?
Because he's what, free agent or what?
Yeah, I think he just got dropped by the Texans or something.
I know it was a mutual though.
I don't know.
But I mean, he still has to. Oh yeah, so technically it isn't trade talks. JJ Watt is now a free agent, so apparently his phone is ringing off the hook though from potential landings for him. What does that mean for wherever he goes? It means an increase in everything defensively. JJ Watt is an absolute beast. Defensive player of the year before, I want to say he's had multiple accolades defensively for like block passes, sacks, everything. He's almost anything he can do defensively, he's done it. And I think he's still healthy enough to where he can still be that force or that threat on the defensive line. Now, do we know where he's going to go? No. Does it matter technically where he goes?
No.
Not really, because no matter where he goes, he is going to be a starter and he's going to make the defense that much better. The only thing that's going to suck is whether he goes to a already defensively strong team, or is he going to go to a team that may have a weaker defense and help build that defense up, and they just may have the money to pull him in. Who knows? But yeah, he's it's gonna be interesting where he lands as far as that goes. What was another one? There's no other NFL news, right?
Nope.
I think so.
No.
Oh, and Carson got traded to the Colts.
Yeah, if they didn't say it, Carson is with the Colts. Receiver already said he's not giving his number up to Wentz, so Wentz will be getting a new number. Not really newsworthy. It is what it is.
Bronny got injured.
LeBron James Jr., the one who said he doesn't want to wear his father's number, 23, because he doesn't want to be affiliated with his dad. He wants to make his own name.
Yeah, I mean, I
LeBron
kinda get that.
James Jr., starter, number 20.
0.
Number 0, number whatever. Oh, I wonder whose kid that is. LeBron James Jr. doesn't want to wear his father's number because he doesn't want it to taint his name. Not necessarily taint, but he wants to make his own name in basketball.
LaMelo didn't do that.
Is his dad's name LaMelo?
Ball.
He's
He's.
you can't change your last name.
I know. Wait, did Bronny do?
No. Bronny wants a different number than his dad because he doesn't want it to be correlated with his dad. He has the same name as his dad.
Oh yeah. Why would you?
That's like saying Emmitt Smith and Emmitt Smith Jr. If they're wearing the same number, he's like, I don't want to wear 22. My dad was 22, but his name's Emmitt Smith Jr. Jeez, I wonder who that kid is.
I have 22
Emmitt
all around
Smith
my house.
Jr. If his name was like Darius James, it'd be different. But it's not. It's LeBron James Jr. Guess who his dad is? LeBron fucking James. LeBron James. LeBron James. LeBron James. LeBron James.
But James Jones.
Suck it up, bro. Your dad fucked your life up for as long as you will always be LeBron's son. No matter how good you are, you could be the best breakout player there is for the next generation. For your generation, you're always going to be a LeBron James kid. Hate to say it, it is what it is. Same with the Balls. Their dad is always going to be, oh, you're the Balls dad. That's what it is. He didn't make it that big. And his sons now, don't get me wrong, he did a great job of putting his kids through what they needed to put through to be fucking all-stars in the NBA. I say all-stars loosely, don't attack me on that. To be starters in the NBA, actual players. He's always going to be their dad. Oh, you're LaMelo's dad. Oh, you're this person's dad. You're this, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, Ronnie. You're always going to be LeBron James' son. But topic is he had a possible career-ending injury.
Career or season?
Season. I'm sorry. I misspoke. Season-ending injury. I don't know what it was. Where's your phone? You're supposed to be our...
No, I just turned.
He's slacking, guys. He's slacking.
Bronny
He's
injury.
Slacking. Slacker-lacking.
Suffers knee injury.
What happened to his knee?
Hold
Don't talk to us. Talk to them.
on. So he suffered a knee injury. A torn meniscus. On Thursday. He had surgery and is expected to make a full recovery. This injury happened about 3 weeks ago and is believed to be season-ending, according to the report. That could change depending on the status of high school basketball in California. I got all this information from NewYorkPost.com.
The boy just cited his resources too. Damn. So, for those who don't know, the meniscus is your actual knee itself. So the injury was to the knee. It was probably a ligament or something under his knee. He did have surgery, like he said. And it does end his season, but for recovery, so he should be fine.
Yeah.
Moving forward in his career.
It's definitely good that it's like a season ending, because with like a knee injury like that or MCL, ACL, it could get worse and worse, and it never really fully recovers,
No, and you're always going to be weak. Same like heat exhaustion, stuff like that. Once it happens, you're going to be prone to an injury, or the same situation basically. Your knee is never going to be as strong. Now, if it's something broken, some bones do heal stronger than they were before. Maybe it's because they got a rod or screws and stuff like that, or just the way they heal. It is possible. But hopefully, I say it very loosely, and I keep using that fucking word loosely today. I don't know why. With COVID and everything, it gives him the time to heal properly moving forward with his career. Now, I think the biggest news that happened this week of all news, Tones?
What happened?
Sports-wise?
Yeah.
What?
This is fucking Sports Saturdays.
The biggest news?
The biggest news in sports.
Oh, I have Tiger Woods.
Oh, yeah. Tiger
Got
Woods
to-
got injured trying to meet with Drew Brees.
Drew Brees.
He got into a car accident. I guess it rolled like 12, 14 some teen times.
However many times.
And
It
broke
was-
like both of his legs.
and an ankle. It was a severe enough injury to where the Jaws of Life did have to get him out of the vehicle. From the photos and videos, it looks like they probably the way the door was jarred is why they used the jars.
They took
the
him
Jaws
out of
Life.
the roof
passenger
of the
side.
car.
Oh, they did the roof instead. So he was after he landed, he was on the driver's side door with the roof exposed this way. Passenger door was up facing the sky. I don't know necessarily if it was one of those to where like it was that far mangled. They're like, we gotta get the Jaws of Life. That's the only way. Or if they're like, hey, this is gonna be the easiest way to do it. But either way, it is. You have the injury.
So, this was yesterday at 8:22 p.m. by golfweek.com. What we know, the latest on Tiger Woods' injuries as he's recovering and is in good spirits.
So, but like he said, he was on his way to meet Drew Brees. Were they just gonna go to the range together or something, just hang out? So either way, he was going to meet Drew Brees, quarterback for the Saints, who we were just talking about a little while ago. And on his way there, we don't know exactly why it happened. He ended up basically losing control, rolled.
Yeah, they said there's no drugs or alcohol in his system or nothing.
Well, that's good. And especially, it's even better because he has been injured lately, and we know he's having injuries with his back and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he is on actual pain medication. He hit the median and went off the road from what I'm seeing here. But we do not know why. We don't know if he fell asleep. We don't know what it was. Maybe he wasn't paying attention. Maybe he got a text. We don't know. We're not speculating. We're not accusing him of anything. But the biggest talks with this injury is Tiger Woods done. Now, Tiger Woods has been in golf.
Oh, he was also going to meet Justin Herbert. In Los Angeles. I got that from popculture.com.
So, Tiger Woods
he was running late for a he was running late for a scheduled photo shoot with Breach and Herbert, as well as a round of golf.
So, unfortunately, the way it sounds, and I'm speculating, I'm not accusing him, he was running late, so he was possibly speeding for that. Now, I see Tiger Woods as kind of being an on-time guy myself. I feel like he's going to meet you at 8 o'clock. He's going to be there like at 7:15. That's just me. I don't know. He was, I'm not going to say partying, but he was hanging out with Dwayne Wade the night before. I said I'm not accusing him of anything, but maybe he overslept just because he had a good night with Dwayne Wade. He's like, shit, trying to speed, came around a curve bad, and, it is what it is. Just so happened, the weekend was the Honda Genesis tournament, his tournament, and the car he crashed was a Honda Genesis. So,
that's not your best look.
anyways, he is recovering fine. He had surgeries, blah, blah, blah. Tiger Woods has been in golf for at least 20 years, if not longer. He's done just about anything and everything he can possibly do in golf. He has multiple records, tour championships. What's the green jacket?
Masters.
What's the gold?
There's no gold, I think.
No gold jacket? Yellow jacket? No?
Mm-hmm.
So, he has all the accolades to call it. I mean, he's done. He can be done if he was to. Says the amount of time physical therapy and learning how to function again. If he stays in it, it will be one of the greatest comebacks ever.
Yeah, I really doubt that he's gonna be playing golf in like the tour. Just cause I don't know, it's like I said, the time of him getting done, or him fully recovering and everything is just gonna be too much. Plus, like he has nothing to prove anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
he's literally. I mean,
It's not like
I think the only person, and I'm gonna say this, I know golfers. Granted, I don't know all of them. Nicholson is still one of the oldest and one of the greatest golfers. Still going. Does Daly still golf?
who'd you still say?
Nicholson.
Mickelson?
Mickelson. Yeah, Mickelson. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, there's like, he's not the. There's a lot of old golfers.
But I'm talking like generationally. Like basically, he's been golfing for over 30 years now. Like John Daly.
John Daly, I don't think he's golfs in the tour. Yeah, I don't think he golfs in the tour.
He's an older golfer too, right?
But there's like Fred Couples. This one guy's birthday was like this last week. I can't remember his name.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't have nothing. These golfers that have been in 30, 40 years, he's done just as much as they have in half the time. And if he was to call it quits, like I said, no one's gonna hold it against him. The thing is though, does Tiger have that in him to call it quits? He's always had that mentality. Even when he had his injury with his broken leg, his back, he came back and he did what he had to do. He won a championship and everything like that. Will he use this as a driving force to recover and come back just one more time? Or is he going to use this as a wake-up call? And you know what? Let's do what I can. This is a wake-up call. And I'm just going to go ahead and step away from the game and call it.
Teach his brother, or teach his son.
Yeah, teach his son. His son's a great golfer. But we don't know. Well, no matter what happens, obviously with his injury, we do hope he recovers faster than what's expected. I mean, he's a great athlete. A dude benches like 250. I mean, he's a beast. But only the fact that he plays golf for you, this dude puts weight up. Like, he's legit. So it's golf. Oh, other news. Serena may be possibly retiring when she lost the other day in Australia, I believe. I think it was the Open. Open's not golf, is it?
Open.
US Open? That's golf?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called.
We're still.
Anyways.
We're on tennis though, right?
Yeah, I don't remember the name.
I don't know.
It's
I
not.
was thinking about
It's not
tennis.
Wimberley. Well, anyways, she was winning. She ended up losing. As she was walking off the tennis court, she put her hand on her heart and she waved. She kept saying, you know, like, thank you, and she's doing this. So a lot of people took that as her kind of saying thank you for everything with basically a possible hint of retirement. Granted, hers isn't injury related, but same situation as Tiger. She's been doing this for so long. If she was to step away, no one is going to hold it against her. She's done so many things.
Nothing to prove anymore.
Yeah, she's done so many things for the game of tennis, for people of color, for minorities. I mean, she's done it all. Her and her sister. Granted, she's obviously done more just because she's been in longer. But whatever it is, we do wish her well in her endeavors moving forward. Now, I think that's the end of this. I don't have nothing else.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got me?
No.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's on Facebook.
Obviously. Alright, so moving forward, I think we covered everything.
Yep.
Jacob didn't say he had a
That is definitely not him.
rugby update, so I hope he didn't, because I didn't even bother looking at the emails, especially with the whole laptop issue. If I do have one, I will do it myself, and I will post it, obviously. But yeah, I think it's a pretty hour and a half. I think we covered everything. Canelo does fight tonight. I'm MMA over boxing, but
Did by Instagram.
Canelo is a Mexican, us being Hispanic. Obviously, maybe, hopefully, he wins. I don't know. I know Jerry wants him to win, probably. Maybe. Yes, Jerry? No. Hey, 3 people watching. Did you share the video? Yes or no? If not, fucking share it right now. Did you share it? You did? Oh, well, fucking share it again. Instagram. We out. Thank y'all so much, guys. We appreciate everything. If you watched part 1, awesome. If you watched part 2, cool. If not, I don't give a fuck. Keep sharing the video. Yada, yada. And stay safe, guys. Appreciate it.
Peace.
Peace.